Hello, hello, hello. It is coffee time. We're doing it all again. And I've not looked at the news today, so should be interesting. Oh, big news. Big news. What's the big news? There's COVID inquiry going on at the moment. And we've already had Boris Johnson lose or delete. I can't remember exactly what it was. Well, Nicola Sturgeon has finally admitted that she deleted her WhatsApp messages from the COVID period, as as well as allowing burner phones on expensive. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, she faced a grilling. They grilled her good. They grilled her really good. Yeah, this is. God, everything's really clunky. Come on, Daily Mail, you can do it. Yeah, she admitted that she shouldn't have given Professor Devi Shridhar a separate SNP email address to contact her on. So again, she was using a private email address rather than official ones to communicate. There's lots of murky. Again, for those you don't know, you're not allowed to use private emails. You've got to do everything through official channels. She didn't do it. She's very naughty. She's a very naughty girl. And yeah, she was challenged by Jamie Dawson, who's the inquiry counsellor, and he asked, "Did you delete them?" He said, "Yes, in the manner I've set out." And yeah, she was given a grilling. There she is. I think she's well done. You can turn her over now. But again, this is to be expected because all our politicos aren't worth a light. There you go. Meanwhile, are you feeling sick? Are you feeling ill? Are you struggling to get a GP appointment? Well, don't worry. Don't worry. Dishy Rishi, he's handing over a lot of responsibilities now to your pharmacist. So if you've got coughs, colds, and sore bum holes, you can go to your pharmacist and they will help you. Yeah, from today, more than 10,000 pharmacies in England will be able to assess and treat patients for illnesses, including sinusitis, a sore throat, earache, and shingles. You can also get help with impetigo, infected insect bites, uncomplicated urinary tract infections. That's only for women, though, who are under 65. Right? So if you're a fella and you've got a bit of a drippy dick, you can't whip it out in the pharmacy and say, "Get a load of that." They're not going to appreciate it. But this is a scheme that's going to supposedly free up 10 million GP appointments per year. So yeah, for pharmacists will be able to dole out drugs for 7 minor ailments. Again, I don't know. Is that good? I don't know. I try and avoid all these places. It's full of sick people, isn't it? Really, it's full of sick people, and this is what a pharmacist could be doing. Like their arms reaching up to, they're reaching for something, but we don't know quite what it is. So there you go. Everyone's going to get a GP appointment now. Ain't that great? Got a new storm coming in. We've got a weather bomb. Everybody loves a weather bomb. In Met Office are promising 160. Sorry, 160. That's wrong. 106 mile per hour gales for northern England and Scotland. This is Storm Ingun. 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 Now they're just making words up. Yeah, trains were cancelled and everything was windy. And this is the Isle of Coll, was battered by Storm Ingun with winds reaching the high 60s. Oh, look at that. Thrilling, isn't it? Thrilling. But yeah, you've got this is what's going on today up north, in the north, up in Scotland. It's a very windy day, so screw your hat on. so I can't read that one. A lot of Mel Plus stories. The paywall. I might have to subscribe. I don't want to. There's not a lot of news on here today. Okay, passive aggressive nonsense. This is Shannon Kane, right? She's only been driving for 5 days, but she was furious. She was left furious when she came back to her car. She was visiting a friend in the West Yorkshire village of Holmbridge. She parked up behind a line of cars, and when she returned, right, to her Skoda Fabia, there was a note tucked under her windscreen. Here she is. Here she is, standing by said car. Right? And it says, and here it is. It's not too bad. You have parked like an absolute idiot. Emergency service will never be able to get through. Be considerate. And you can tell they were very angry too. Look at the big crazy writing there. Now she claims she parked just fine. Miss Kane was left so furious she took to Facebook, because that's what you do, to call out the anonymous note poster. I don't think they'd be reading your Facebook page or any group that you're posting it to. They look like they can barely do cursive writing. Look at them. I'm surprised they didn't just write it with a crayon and be done with it, you know? I mean, that's pencil, isn't it? Yeah, that's written in pencil. Look, not even in pen. Like I said, why didn't they just do it in crayon and be done with it? So yeah, she went on Facebook. She said, to the lovely person who left this on my car last night, I'm a new driver, and admittedly, I'm not brilliant at parking just yet, but I'm far from inconsiderate. And she started left. I made sure there's plenty of room for cars to get and vans to get through. So yeah, here we go. But we got something from her social. We've got a picture from her social media. That there you go. Not quite up to the usual male standards. They obviously couldn't find any bikini kit pictures, but we'll just have to do with that. So there you go. Did you leave the inconsiderate note? Leave a comment in the comment box below. You won't know. You won't, because you're not reading. No. They're previewing The Apprentice, the show with old Sugar Balls himself. They reckon that they've asked the question, is this the most hopeless lineup of Apprentice candidates yet? Well, we hope so, because as I always say, where do you find these idiots from? I don't know whether to do it, because it's kind of giving away some of the plot line. But let's just say it doesn't go well for them. But we can exclusively see these are the male contestants that are going to be in. There's 18 contestants for the new series, and I've got the picture of the ladies, and here are the ladies. And yeah, let's just say it doesn't go well. Their first task involves cookery, and it doesn't go well for them. So there you go, and there he is going, "You're all bloody useless. You're all bloody useless, you are. You're losing me money. You're losing me money." See, if they get rid of him, if he dies, I could take over and no one would notice the difference. Though he's got more hair than me, so I'll have to wear a Brillo pad on my head. This is an interesting one. They've published some maps of where you feel music. Well, I've got nerve damage, so I don't feel anything anymore. So, where's this from? This is the Turku Pet Centre in Finland, and they've come up with, like I said, a body map of of where music affects us. Wow, look at that. Look. And where you feel things in general. Okay, so let's read on. Sometimes sad songs evoke a response in the heart and pit of the stomach. Oh, interesting. Meanwhile, aggressive songs really do get you hot-headed, according to research from Finland. Vesa Putikon, lead author of the study, said music's influence on the body is universal. And yeah, so there you go. The team enlisted 2,000 participants, half of who were from Europe or North America, and half was from China. The participants were shown silhouettes of human bodies and asked to indicate which bodily region they thought would be activated in response to different styles of music. The results revealed that different styles of music cause very different bodily sensations. So they're not actually recording sensation, they're just asking people to think where the sensation would be. Okay. That's not quite the same though, is it? Tender songs tend to be felt in the head, chest or pit of the stomach, while scary or aggressive songs were mostly felt in the head. Whereas happy and danceable songs, you felt them in your feet. I don't feel anything. There you go. So yeah, co-author of the study, Professor Laurie Numenamar, yes, right. Certain acoustic features of music were associated with similar emotions in both Western and Asian listeners. Music with clear beat was found happy and danceable, while dissonance in music was associated with aggressiveness. So there you go. And we all feel it. Basically, we all feel it the same way. Except if you listen to any of my music, you feel it mainly in your arse because it's a load of shit. Where are we? Oh God. God, the Daily Mail website's having a right old paddy today. Right, here we go. Meanwhile, is it curtains for curtains? Yeah, they reckon that the latest fashion, would it be fashion? I suppose it would be a fashion, wouldn't it? For home decoration is to ditch your windows. Yeah, naked windows is the latest status symbol. Or if you think about it, it's not really a status symbol, because if you can't afford curtains, you're not exactly rich, are you? But yeah, apparently some stupid people, because they are stupid, like people to look in and to admire all the expensive items they've accumulated, like big televisions and chandeliers and whatnot. Yeah, so it's the latest. And even TikTok posters are wandering around looking at people through windows. Now, we do this. We call it peeping. We do it peeping, right? Because when we go for a walk with the dog, especially like this time of year when it's dark, you can see into people's windows. Because again, a lot of people don't have curtains up, and you can see right in. You can see how big their tellies are. And if we see a big telly, we go, "Oh, look at a big telly." We try and guess what the program is on. And Herb loves it when it's sport, you know. And guess what film it was. It sounds like we're dubious folk, but we're not. This is a trend, because we notice it round here. But I reckon it's linked to how much you earn. Apparently in the Atlantic, which is not the ocean, there's a magazine called The Atlantic. A 2013 study by the US Department for Energy found that those who are confident enough to show off their interiors are Hermeses. Usually need is it a scapula? If you want to show, if ladies want to show off their interiors, you're more likely to earn likely over £115,000. Those of you on more lowly wages more likely to opt for more privacy. Curtains. I just like curtains because when I want to dance naked, to the latest tunes, I don't want to make people throw up in their own mouths, do I? And here is a picture of some properties without any curtains. Do some good peep in there, innit? Do some good peep in there. But yes, even TikTokers are going around peeping through windows. We've started a TikTok trend. I never realised it. I never realised it. Oh, sorry, I just read a story. Oh, God, I've got to cover it. It's a terrible thing. Justin Moan, right, was arrested in Pennsylvania after he went online on YouTube. Again, this is a YouTube story. And he ranted and raved over a number of political issues, called for a revolution. It was anti Joe Biden, and was calling people to fight against the waves of illegal immigrants coming into the country. So you kind of get an idea of what it is. And he culminated his rant and rave by holding up the decapitated head of his father. And there's his father there. They don't show it, obviously. Well, that's one way to get views, I suppose. Yeah, he killed his father and also referred to himself as the Messiah. He's not the Messiah. He's a very naughty boy. And, yeah, he's... Jesus Christ. Just when you thought the world couldn't get any crazier, it just gets a little bit bonkers. More bonkers, doesn't it? I guess they arrested him. Yeah, the 32-year-old was charged with murder in the first degree on today, abuse of a corpse and possession of an instrument for crime with intent. Yeah, it was a 14-minute clip which remained on YouTube for 6 hours before it was taken down. Yeah, he held up his father's head in a bloody plastic bag placed and declared violence is the only solution to federal government's treason. Oh my goodness. Absolutely appalling. Sorry, I'm just gobsmacked. Just awful. Absolutely awful. Yeah, they reckon he's also QAnon conspiracy theorist. Meanwhile, TikTok is facing, this is more online news. TikTok's going to be under a bit of pressure today because millions of songs are going to be removed from the platform after Universal Music, that's UMG Group, revealed that its agreement with the platform has not been renewed. And so you could see songs including Taylor Swift, Drake and The Weeknd being taken down. And again, very often people sing and dance and mime to these tracks. And so, yeah, a lot of the content's going to be disappearing. But you can mime and gyrate to all of my catalogue on TikTok. If you want. You don't have to. Meanwhile, did you know the moon is shrinking? Yeah. Apparently the moon is shrinking. There are thousands of cracks on the lunar surface. Yeah. And they reckon it's happening because of the moon's dense metallic core is cooling down. And so the lunar surface is contracting, becoming more brittle, and is becoming prone to seismic tremors known as moonquakes. And here's a picture. Moon. I mean, mooning, Clarkson. There's a joke in there somewhere about arseholes, isn't there? I just can't. I'm not even going to be bothered. I can't do it. Oh no, Captain Tom's daughter's £200,000 spa. They've got a time lapse of it being gradually demolished. God, the Daily Mail must be clapping their feet together. They love that shit, don't they? They love it. Where are we? What else have we got? Meanwhile, we was talking about how Jeremy Clarkson is a hero to the French farmers, and again, the German farmers are protesting, the French farmers are protesting. They're blockading Paris. In Belgium, Belgian farmers have now blockading the ports. The Spanish farmers are going. They're looking and thinking, well, we should get some of that action, you know. So it's not looking good over there. But yeah, Jeremy Clarkson has sent French farmers good luck message. He sent them his support and wished them good luck. So there you go. I'm sure that they'd like that. But the French themselves said that they want their own Jeremy Clarkson. We can have ours. We're finished with him. He's not doing Top Gear anymore. But they reckon they've got the French Jeremy Clarkson. And I don't know about you, but I'm a bit jealous because yeah, Karine Le Marchand, who's 55, she's being held up as the French Jeremy Clarkson. No, that's not right. That's not right. You can't. And here she is greeting some farmers. And they also dubbed her the Michelle Obama of French agriculture. And she's a big TV presenter. She hosts the matchmaking show L'amour est dans le pré. Love is in the field or in the pasture. So there you go. And yeah, she was addressing the farmers. Typical to French to get a glamorous Jeremy Clarkson, and we've just got bog old Jeremy Clarkson. It's not fair. We should rejoin the EU immediately. We want some of that French Jeremy Clarkson stuff. That's what we need. Meanwhile, more YouTuber news. This is Stephen Howson. I don't know who he is, but he's a host on Rio Ferdinand's YouTube channel. And he was at a football match. And it didn't go too well because... he's got a bit handy. Whack, whammo, bam. Oh, I'm demonetised. Yeah, and all kicks off. So, yeah. This was a Sunday League match. This was at the Stretford Paddock FC team, and they were playing away in Liverpool. And he took umbrage at some challenges, and yeah, it obviously just wasn't very sporting of the opposing team. And yeah, boy, did he get a shiner for it. There you go. So stay at home. Don't go to Sunday football. Stay at home. If he'd have stayed at home, wouldn't have the black eye, would he? Meanwhile, Tom Carriage, the celebrity chef, he's thought, how can I annoy everybody? I know, I'm going to find the cheapest item that we can cook, the cheapest thing we can cook, and I'm going to cook it, and I'm going to charge a fortune for it. Right, this is, again, this is Tom Carriage, if you don't know. He's one of those chefs you see on the telly. And he's got a new... have we got the... Oh. This is his new jacket potato, which is being sold at the Coach Gastro Pub in Marlow. There you go. It's got a bit of Parma ham balancing on top of it. I don't know. But you got to guess the price. How much would you pay for that? Yeah. How much would you pay? And here's another angle of it with the melted cheese on top of the Parma ham. Man, that looks nice. How much? How much? No, I'm gonna let you guess. £19.50. And there is a video of him constructing said £19.50 jacket potato. I'm just hoping there's not an advert, because I'm queuing it up and it's taken ages to load. Even though I'm talking over. Look, it's just going around. It's just... Here we go. Oops. So here he is constructing said jacket potato. £19.50. He hollers out the spud and then smushes it all back in again. A lot of piss balling about, you know, as to be expected. And then Parma ham and then melted cheese. £19.50, please. They see you coming, don't they? They see you coming. Meanwhile, Sandbanks, residents are furious because the hedges have been hacked back. Well, they did do a hack job, didn't they? They really did hack back the luscious bushes of Sandbanks. Again, Sandbanks is a millionaire's row in the south of England. And angry locals have slammed the decision, saying it looks like the area's been set on fire. This is Bournemouth, Christchurch and Poole Council that have done that. And Jill Brooks, she said seeing her bush being hacked back was very drastic. So she's not happy that her bush has been ripped out. I'm going to get a bush joke in there. I'm going to squeeze one in there. Meanwhile, Royal Academy of Arts, you know, they're very much for equality and diversity, and they've outed one of their former members as a slave owner. Yeah, here he is. This is John Singleton Copley. He's been outed as a slave owner. I don't know what he's going to do about it. Him and his wife enslaved 3 servants at their farm in Beacon Hill, Boston, during the 18th century. Well, I think this has taught him a lesson. I don't think he's going to do it again. I Yeah. I bet his ears are burning. How long's he been dead? But there you go. Former slave owner. But yeah, there is actually an exhibition going on. A new exhibition about art, colonialism and change, because why not? I don't know. From 1768 to now. And I outed him. Oh, this is a good one. I've got a good one. This video. Just, have we got the video? Is the video? You can't promise me video and then not have the video. Okay. But we do have a little clip here. It's one of those mobility scooter people. And, oh boy, am I demonetised. It's kind of from 2 different angles. Look, he's weighing in and he's punching everyone, and someone from the street above, he's head-butting them. God, these people are just, look at him. You'd think being in a mobility scooter would be inhibiting your mobility, but he's incredibly mobile and handy at the same time. He's punching them, he's getting headbutts in, and he screamed, "Get the out of my town!" Yeah. Where was this? Where was it? This was in Hull. Well, nobody wants to live in Hull, do they? In a terrifying scene, he starts to beat a man who's wearing a white tracksuit, whilst a woman is trapped under his wheels. There's actually a picture. Look, she's... Jesus Christ. That's not funny. It's just like the angle. It's so utterly bizarre. I wonder if she's phoning the police. It looks like it's been staged. Look at it. Wow. But I remember when he used to be in Bad Manners. Do you remember? He used to do the can, that fella. You could get his legs up high then, didn't he? Do you remember that? Who remembers Buster Blood Vessel? Yeah. And yeah, and it all kicked off. And somebody says that it reminds him of fellow Hull resident Ronnie Pickering. Don't you know who I am? I'm Ronnie Pickering. But yeah. And there's no comment on whether the police were involved or what. But it was a right fracker. There we go. Blimey. Don't go to Hull. What any other good ones? Trying to see if there's any animal stories. Can't seem to find any. Just scrolling. Okay, hopefully there's video. Please let there be video, because I don't think there is. But we're going. Oh yeah, there is video, but this is on X, and I'll explain what's going on. This is Spanish footballer Hugo Amalo, right? And he's the former Celta Vigo captain. And he's going to be standing trial for alleged sexual assault of the mascot Periquita for the opposing team Español's mascot Periquita. This happened, like I said, in 2019. And yeah, we do have footage of it. He sexually assaulted a mascot. So here we go. I don't know if you can see this. Apparently he's squeezing the breasts of the mascot there. You can't really get there, but yeah. I mean, I've heard it all now. I've absolutely heard it all. And yeah, this is the offender, Hugo Malo, who has a fondness for mascots, I guess. But yeah, he plays for Brazil. He plays for Internacional in Brazil. But yeah, she gave up the role at the club as the mascot in 2021, and the case is going to be he's going to be heard. Yeah, the case enters its 5th year after the charge was first brought against Mallow. Blimey, who'd have thought it? It doesn't really count as animal news, though, does it? Please. Oh, they're asking the question: is the runaway monkey homesick? I'm just going to end on this. 3 days on the run. A Japanese macaque, right, has been spotted. There have been several sightings of him. 5 yesterday. Maybe somebody had watched Coffee Time and thought, let's see that cheeky monkey. Here he is. It's a bit of a blurry picture of him, I'm afraid, but you get the idea of what a monkey looks like. But they're wondering if he's missing home, right? Because they reckon they've seen him near the entrance to the park in Inverness. And here we go. This is his movements. He's spotted on Sunday. And Tuesday, possible sign near the entrance to the wildlife park. He wants to go back. He's like, I've had enough now. He wants to go back. So yeah. Just checking if there are any more animal stories. And there isn't. Oh, it's a shame. Anything in the funny folder? I think I might have a couple of things. Yeah, here we go. We do have a story. This is this. We're going to the City of Norwich school, right? And they've got such a problem with vaping at the school that they're bringing in a sniffer dog to sniff out potential vapors. Yeah, there we go. Vaping is such a problem that they're hiring a four-legged friend. It's also bringing in other tough measures, including vape detectors in toilets. Sorry, that's for the missus. Increased CCTV coverage and searches of children's pockets and bags. A spokesman for the school says, as with schools across the country, we recognise the impact of using vapes and other prohibited substances and the effect they have on our students, both in terms of their health and influence it can have on behaviour. But they claim the school doesn't have an issue with vaping. He said, we are aware of a rising challenge within society and therefore want to take proactive steps in order to counter and deter this, including hiring a sniffer dog. So there you go. And this is the City of Norwich school in question. I think it's hiding behind a tree up there. So there you go. Sniffer dogs in schools. What can possibly go wrong? And let's see if there's anybody in. 9 people in. Oh, nearly getting there. Nearly getting there. For Sonosin says, good day. How's your vibe? My vibe is steady. Chris says, any prog news today? No, I think I wore it all out last night. And Payne's in, says, good afternoon, same to you. And he says, the question is, who winds up TikTok each night? It's the sound of their brain cells knocking together. Oz says, you said a naughty word, demonetised. Oh, I don't have to. I don't say naughty words. You can just say regular words and be demonetised. Payne adds, Jerome Clarkson. Not quite. Payne says, pomme de terre à la Lady Gaga. Indeed. His command of French is C'est magnifique. Oz says, we had Vicky Butler Henderson as a Top Gear presenter for a while. I don't know what that is. And Sano adds, have you spotted the ubiquitous naked woman who does her housework with the curtains open for all to see? No, not even an evening. I did see. I did one morning. I did see a woman. This was about a year ago now when we first got Layla. We changed our route. She was getting dressed. It was a pure accident. I was just purely accidental. I said to Mrs. Didn't expect to see that. But usually I've seen more naked men than women. Funny enough, on the dog walk. Just the way it goes. Mind you, there's a place down the road here, right? And they must have a shower. They've got like a shower room or bathroom, and the shower unit must be right against the window, because we was walking past that a couple of Sundays ago, and there was a naked man with basically pressed against the frosted glass having a shower. You can see, but just a fuzzy outline. But it was like, you might want to move the shower, mate. You know. Oz says, I remember Buster. Fasana says, the guy in mobility scooter moves better than most people. He's got the moves. Everybody was kung fu fighting. Fasana says, it's a cheeky Japanese mechanic. Exactly. How do they know the monkey's Japanese? Does he talk Japanese? Does he like manga comics? I think it's because his mum was Japanese and so was his dad. And Chris says, we had Angela Ribbon as a Top Gear presenter for a while. God, that was a long time ago, wasn't it? But yeah, so there we go. Lowered the tone. Thank you for watching. That was coffee time. Killing the channel one video at a time. That was news. You got to drink it up. Ta-ta.